Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Today we've got a Springfield Armory XDM 3.8 Compact. Nice long name. This one happens to be chambered in 9mm. This is the smallest of the guns in the XDM series. The XDM is a upgrade over the XD in a number of different ways that we'll go over. But this one here is really kind of targeting the concealed carry market. However, it does prove to be a pleasurable gun to shoot at the range. So let me talk to you about a few features of this gun. And we'll start out as always with that it is unloaded. This gun gives you about a 2-finger grip initially with the stock magazine. It does hold 13 plus 1. The gun itself is 6 3/4 inches long. It's 4 3/4 inches tall. And it's 1.18 inches at the frame. So it's overall a very thin, small gun. There are some smaller guns on the market, but this one will be actually very easy to conceal, let's say for example inside the waistband. It weighs 27.5 ounces, so it's not a very heavy gun, and that of course would be unloaded. The XDM series also has the ability to use the larger mags from the larger guns, and they have this feature they call the grip extension. And what this does is it actually truly extends the grip. Unlike a lot of extended magazines with grip extensions, this one really truly does turn it into a full-size grip. And it does not pinch you. This is unlikely to pinch your fingers here at this gap. They've really thought this out well. The gun does have interchangeable back straps. You pull this little piece out here and replace it with 2 other options that come with it. And you can get the grip extensions to match the size of the back strap you put on. So even the hump at the back is seamless and smooth. So overall, that is a very well thought out feature of the gun. When you have this particular extended magazine in it, now you're at 19.1 or plus 1. So when you look at that from the standpoint of I go concealed inside the waistband, all I've got to hide is that. Then when I go to the range, with my 13 plus 1 capacity, I can slap in my 19 plus 1, get a full-size gun for fun at the range, or I could carry this as a backup mag, so that when I switch to my backup mag, now I've got a full-size grip. So that was very well done. A few of the safety features: it does have the split trigger as part of the drop safety mechanism. It does have a grip safety. And these are a bit of a contentious thing. Some people actually truly hate them, others find them to be a mandatory feature. What I find is this one is very inobtrusive. When you grab the gun in a firing grip, it automatically disengages itself. It's flush and low, so it doesn't bite into the palm of your hand, so it's not unpleasant. I've never had the grip safety be the reason why the gun didn't fire. If you've got a proper grip on it, that safety is automatically disengaged. There are no other external safeties. It's basically a drop-safe weapon with a striker block, the grip safety, and the trigger. If you pull the trigger, it's going to work every time. If you don't pull the trigger, it's not going to fire. A few of the other safety features are it does have a loaded chamber indicator. This will lift up a little bit when you've got a round in the chamber, and you can either see it or you'll be able to feel it if you put your finger up there. And they also have this cocking indicator, which is kind of unique. On the back, you can see it's kind of sticking up a little bit. Turn it sideways, you can see it kind of protrudes. My fingernail kind of catches on it And when the gun fires, it will disappear. So you can tell very easily whether or not it's in a cocked state, either by running your thumb across it or looking at it. So there are a number of minor safety features which all add up to a very safe weapon. And then there's a few other features that are unique to the XDM. It does have a highly machined match grade barrel. It does have a little bit more serration and contouring to it. The XD and XDMs do have a Picatinny rail. And one other thing you'll see on this is that it even does have a beveled mag well. If I can get a little bit of light on there so that you can see it, it's got a bit of a beveled mag well to aid in, guiding that magazine in during the reload. If I do it in the correct order, guiding the magazine in during the reload. So there's a number of well thought out features. It does also have an ambidextrous magazine release, So the button's on this side and the button's on this side. So there's nothing to actually change. It just comes that way ready to go. Disassembly of these is very easy to do. You remove the magazine, lock the slide back with the slide release, lift this lever up. Now the slide's under spring tension, so you want to grab a hold of it, but release the slide and off it goes. Now one thing you'll notice is I didn't pull the trigger. With the XDMs, when you lift this lever, it disengages the sear, so you don't have to pull the trigger. And some people find that to be much more comforting, though in all reality, by the time you even get to the point of beginning disassembly, you should have verified that it's clear. But given that you don't actually pull the trigger, that does add some comfort for some people. The slide itself, it does have a dual captive recoil spring. It's right here, and it is a steel recoil steel guide rod. Here's your barrel. And though they do call this a match grade barrel, it does not use the polygonal rifling, so you can shoot cast bullets in it if you do see fit. And you see it's got a mirror polished feed ramp right from the factory. The slide itself is very well laid out, very well machined. The drop safety plunger is back here. And here's the sear. Everything is very smooth and clean and well machined. On the frame itself, you have these are steel guide rods, and they're fairly robust. They do look plastic because they're black, but they're actually steel. And quite robust and longer than many of the other polymer pistols. They're integrated with the locking block, all one piece. And then at the back, you've got your guide rods here for the rear of the slide, and then the sear assembly. So overall, just a very well-constructed, robust gun meant to go, many, many thousands of rounds. Reassembly is as easy as disassembly. Drop the barrel back in. There's a notch at the front, kind of a half moon notch you can see right there that the guide rod sits in. So when you push the guide rod into place, it drops right down and it pretty much self-centers itself. And you take the frame, slide it back on, and you do need to turn it to lock it back. Once you lock it back, push the lever down, put it back in the battery, and function test it. You've got a ready to go again weapon. So overall, this gun, throughout the time we've had it, has been a pleasure to shoot. It's been absolutely dead reliable. It's worked every time with a large variety of ammo. And it does have an exceptionally nice trigger. So let me go through, show you the trigger. So we do have it in a ready to go state. So here's the take up. So it does have a noticeable amount of take up, but it's very light take up to a very defined wall. A little bit of creep, and then the break, but it's not excessive. It's very smooth and it's very predictable. There's your reset, back on the wall. And at that point, you're right on the wall. Break. So you've got a very nice trigger, very easy trigger. It's in the 5.5 pound territory like many of the others. And it's very crisp, but it's a very repeatable trigger. So that as you operate this trigger, once you get to know it, you can get very quick follow-up shots and have very good control over it. So if you're looking for a concealed carry gun, you have a perfect choice here. If you're looking for a range or competition gun, full-size mag, you're good to go. So the Compact with that magazine gives you the best of both worlds. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.